So welcome to my storytelling session. Yes. At first, I introduce myself. I'm an independent researcher on K-12 CS education. I organize coding community in the nearby schools, and I have a studio for teaching coding. My daughter and her classmates come there and play with me on weekends. Yeah. At first, I'm a snapper. So I love Snap, and we have done a lot of projects in Snap. And this is what we do with Snap painting. Colorful mountains. And we also have Snap on Android system. This is what we made as a kaleidoscope, yes, and on cell phone. And learn to code, code to learn, and code to teach. Yes, code to teach. I think that demands every teacher to learn Snap. We teach math, and even I have made a app in Snap. It's called Playful Chinese Text Reading. Also, it can read English text. That app eliminates reciting. In China, the teachers always ask students to recite things, recite text box. It's very annoying. So we have this app for children to read text, playful. And at last, we have TurtleStitch. Yes, of course. TurtleStitch is very interesting. We have different ways to use TurtleStitch. At first, we do embroider pieces, and we also do cardboard structures and cardboard art handicrafts with TurtleStitch. So, yes, we have plenty of ideas, examples, and the curriculums, but a question always disturbed me. That question is how we can enable every child to code. And, sometimes we make projects, workshops, we have exciting ideas, and we want to make children exciting. We want to cultivate their interest to code. But, sometimes, in China, the children are kept a distance from computers. They're buried in worksheets. So even you give them a scratch, the girls they hesitate to even to touch the mouse. They don't know what to do. So I have some students, they learn Snap for many years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and they have done a lot of interesting projects. But I always wonder how can they do their own projects? What projects can they do by themselves? So, and another question is, I have spent a lot of time in TurtleStitch. So TurtleStitch is addictive. So I want to know what makes TurtleStitch addictive. So then comes the story. How does skating get involved? No, my daughter is not good at sports. He was a toe walking, badly balanced girl. Yeah, she failed to learn a lot of sports. Roller skating, swimming. Yes, we registered classes for her, and she always failed. One day, she saw the ice rink. We just in the shopping mall, there is an ice rink. How she told me, I want to skate. I told her, are you kidding? So I gave him a try. So I let him I put him in the skating ice rink. After several months, yeah, she did manage to skate well by herself. That's very encouraged me to think what makes that. So her friend, mother, yes, in China, the students take a lot of lessons. One of her friends, her mother thinks she should register a skating class. So she took 10 lessons, but she learned nothing. So I asked my daughter, is skating funny? And she told me it's very funny, interesting. So I have a reflection. What is the funny point of skating? So after my reflection, I thought there are some same features both in skating and TurtleStitch. They are easy to start. In TurtleStitch, we can use move and rotate. We can make different patterns. And in the ice rink, you just forward, rotate, and you can feel very funny and very, when you glide on the ice, you have a very good feeling. And it's fulfilled to learn new skills. In the ice rink, there are experienced skaters and the newcomers, and everybody, they have their different skills. So you can learn skills from anyone. That's like our TurtleStitch community. We learn from each other. And it's easy to make friends and have free chats there. Yeah, girls like that. So that gives me advice that, how to teach them coding. Yes, if we have a coding environment like an ice rink, I think they could code well. So I talked them to the ice rink. There is an ice rink in the shopping mall. This girl, the girl in black, she's very smart, and they learn to skate very fast. In several times, maybe 3 times, they all learn to skate. So after that, we focused, when we take TurtleStitch classes, we focus on the basic instructions. We focus on move. The butterfly was designed by that girl in black. This girl. Yeah, she took hours, maybe 3 hours to design this.
Simon, sorry to interrupt. There's 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. And another girl, draw hair. Yes. So these are what they do in this summer campus. We have 5 workshops to go in this summer in October. So is TurtleStitch a game? When we teach children to code, we always teach them games. In Scratch, we have interactive games. So is TurtleStitch a game? I found in Google and YouTube, I found this is figure and fencing championship. Yes, fencing skating is a game. So TurtleStitch is a game, a creative game. This championship, this competition name is Creative Competition. is a real game. So we can simulate what they do on the ice, on the ice. So imagine the turtle is yourself, and you are skating.
Simon, I don't know if you can see the chat, but we have a question. It says the cardboard
wait.
stuff is really cool. Are you doing that with your plotter?
Yes. No. The cardboard we cut the paper, cut the cardboard with a Cameo vinyl machine. We output the design into a SVG file and do that with a vinyl machine. And this is what we do in the summer too. A flower tree to celebrate the staff conference, and the butterfly, another butterfly, but another case is something different. So teach to learn to teach. We all are learning. We are all lifelong learners. So this is what I learned from TurtleStitch from very beginning, the simple fold lines, and to more complicated patterns to make my own blocks to do that, my geometry blocks to the first 6 is made by simple codes, and the last 2 are made by geometry blocks. Yes, and the TurtleStitch is a project-based learning platform. The bookmark is our favorite project. We have dozens of workshops to make bookmarks. And this one, some are mixed with TurtleStitch, embroidery, and cardboard. Yeah, if you want to learn a new skill in TurtleStitch, as you do in the ice rink, in TurtleStitch, you can build a new block. You can see this guy is spinning. So inspired by this amazing skater and Cynthia Solomon, made this spiral block. Yeah, spiral like a skater. It's to random trails. So it's something we just heard Richard Mill told randomization. This project is also a randomization.
Simon, sorry to interrupt again. We have 5 minutes remaining.
Okay. So yeah, this is how can that help? To help design complex patterns, I developed geometry blocks for myself and other users. And I just updated that library. And you can see some new blocks in this. And this is a very basic usage of the geometry blocks. And I have an example of how to make vectors. So the last question is, how do you treat the geometry blocks? The shortcut or ladder? In constructionism, we need ladder to guide the students to a higher stage. So if you think you are focused on making designs, so you can treat the geometry blocks as a shortcut to complicated patterns. If you teach child to code, so you can treat it as a ladder from very basic instructions to the lambda things and high order functions. So you can visit this link to see what I made. There is a new project of how to use to make simple vectors. So, any questions?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Do you have a question in the chat? It's asking, where do you find the geometry blocks? Are they in Snap or in TurtleStitch?
In TurtleStitch, yes. If you click the menu, and you will find the file menu, you will find libraries. You open the libraries, you will find geometry libraries. That was made for. Wait. Oh, sorry. The geometry blocks, I made the geometry blocks, and the libraries, we have a new additional library in the libraries.
Can you switch to the URL where you have described the geometry blocks? I just wanted to put it in the chat, but I wasn't fast enough.
Oh, sorry.
No, I think it's just the previous slide we need.
We have it. Richard put it in the chat.
Yes, the geometry block is a heavy library, so it takes time for loading sometimes. It depends on the Explorer. It's a big file, yes. It's about 100 and more than 100. KB, yes.
We have 1 minute. So if anyone has any last minute questions, go ahead. And then we'll move on.
So this is the example. I'll wait. The last, yes. This is an example to how to use the easy vectors. This is a very useful and very handy block for you to make anything you draw into a vector and draw it in any size.